our Honorable Minister of Agriculture, Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development, to give us the closing address. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. If I may say, Program Director, because I haven't been in here and I will be actually addressing you, not exactly putting your faces with your names. Please forgive me for that. Please, can I indeed thank you. I'm not supposed to make any vote of confidence, but I'll fail my duty if I do not say thank you for choosing us as South Africans in your continent. We are very, very happy to have been given an opportunity to host this great conference. You have graced our shores since Monday, and those who were preparing are almost South Africans, and I do believe they will now be speaking Zulu as well. You are really in your own continent. You are in South Africa, and our departments, all departments in the country, our private sector, our business people, they actually felt your warmth. I did feel that there was big business going on in this ICC, which for us is a historical step that we continue to build on. Specifically, I would want to make a few acknowledgements, not that we are not all to be acknowledged, but I also do know if I go to Ethiopia, by this time I'm itching to check whether my flight is about to reach Ethiopia so that I can go back to South Africa. So I won't keep you long, but I actually express joy, happiness, appreciation, and satisfaction that what you seek to do, to unite all Africans, to unite nations. We can only unite in this manner. And in this manner, we are actually engaging on a program that continues to call for attention, and therefore there will be no being tired or bored, because there's always an agenda. And that agenda prepares another agenda. Listening to your agreements, your deals, your friendships that are only built on knowing each other, knowing how that other is actually thinking, engaging, and wanting to proceed. We will go a long way. I do think I will say to my minister, Her Excellency Togo Didiza, the DG, Mr. Ramasodi, we must do more to localize. I heard the program director saying we must ensure technology is put into implementation. How great, because today this is what we are going to include in our own national strategy for development, especially in rural areas, because sometimes rural communities are said not to be accessible. But on the other side, I might say, because I come from that area of a rural, no, governments are not accessible to those communities, vice versa. It's not the rural communities that are not accessible. our government is not accessible to those people. Indeed, Dr. Ravi Ketapal, please, if I pronounce your surname, your name, please accept what my pronunciation. The chair of Global Forum for Agriculture Research, Dr. Alion Fall, chairperson of FARA, Dr. Lala Raza Finjara, chairperson of the board of directors, Dr. Yemi Baminjaro, Aki Bamidro, FARA executive director. I had already upfront announced my ignorance insofar as this pronunciation is. Please bear with me. Dr. Sibusiso Dlamini, Kadesa executive director, all distinguished guests, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. How I wish some of you are young. I haven't seen you starting yet, but judging from your voices, you are some of those who will remain and continue with the agenda. I really wish to say our government, our rural communities, our people throughout the 9 provinces have felt your warmth, because it was indeed bringing a strategy to solve their problems. We do have difficulties of issues of having water, clean drinking water, but there's so much rain. There's so much everything that we can actually access better water. Our water tables are right there and our springs are there, but the issue is the how part of making it available to our people. The solution is in here, and your resolution talks to that. We do have issues of poverty, hunger, and starvation, but our soil, our land is actually prime land, ready to produce. However, we will learn from what we have left us in the form of documents, books written and launched here, because this issue of the climate change is with us, and it has found us not very ready. But I do believe we are in a position as this country to fight back. We have the energy to do so, but we lack the technology that is going to be preempting what might happen in future. We tend to enjoy the sand to build our beautiful houses, but that sand in action is our soil that went into the rivers. Down the river we get it in the form of sand, but part of our land has been dissolved in that particular situation. I also would want to acknowledge that I know from your recommendations and decisions emanating from the conference that is a fast developing common language between the researchers and the innovators. It is our wish as this Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development, we are indeed will use this opportunity to bring the innovation, even indigenous people. What they were doing long time ago must be brought to the new approaches, because they were not just senseless, useless, they actually was our indigenous knowledge. And our recognition of that and coming with new ways of actually building on it and not actually taking as if there was no education, there was no information before. The researchers, the innovators, our extension practitioners, us as government practitioners, us as politicians, we will have to hold your hands very tight so that you don't go away too much from where we are. We have to move forward. Yes, some diseases had actually found us wanting. The issue of HIV, we were not ready with a lot of technologies. We were also not aware how we would respond when they come, as well as the COVID. But learning from those mistakes, how we could have gone in preventive and promotive approach to ensure that we suppress disease occurrence, that we promote health, that we understand that even if we don't see them, they are there. Then therefore, we continue to be aware, we will continue to assist with this type of research, having to innovate. Today we can talk of South Africa that can produce its own immunizations in various ways. We did it because we were under pressure. The diseases were advancing and we were not armed enough. But these ammunitions have been brought to your flights, to whatever buses. When you were coming here, they are in the house today. But they are very much invisible and they need patience because we have to read and spend some time. We have to learn and you have actually to go to other. We want to go to your places people don't know when we are together. Some people can even be jealous that we are such good neighbors. We are such a big extended family that understand each other. This is how we view our memorandum of your memorandum of understanding that has been signed, and also the Africa Business Council and FARA will take us a long way. And we must also try to have this even at local.